The magical inflating. Well, I'm not even gonna say that. Hey, what it be? It's your boy Dre OG. Welcome back to the OG family. Make sure y'all smash that like button. Subscribe to my channel if you're rocking with the vibes and the content. But look, man, we got the 10 most powerful African superheroes. You know what I'm saying? Look, I know for one thing, though. Black Panther and Black Adam better be on this list, man. Let me know your two African superheroes that you put as your top two. 1 and 2, you know what I'm saying? It ain't got to be in a particular order. And these videos are made for entertainment and educational purposes. But look, man, let's get into this video right here without further ado, y'all. And Static Shock, too. Static Shock, look, man, Static Shock was that guy. Let's see what they got for us today. I'll put my head in the box. All right, yeah.
Earthstrike. Earthstrike was the former leader of the African superhero group known as the Kingdom. Years ago, when superheroes began to emerge the world over, the Kingdom was formed and together fought to free the Congo. Once their mission was achieved, they mysteriously disappeared. Batwing finds out more about them and why it really is that they decided to retire and return to civilian life when the serial killer Massacre shows up and starts killing them off, apparently seeking revenge on the behalf of the Congo. Earthstrike's powers allowed him to control stone and the minerals of the earth. He was basically like an earthbender. Unfortunately, Didi Yaboa, who was once known as Earthstrike, was found by Massacre and killed. Number 9. Okoye. Okoye is a powerful warrior and a member of the Dora Milaje in Wakanda. While she doesn't have a massive role in the comics, in the MCU, she has become a more prominent character in regards to Black Panther's story. Here we see her alongside her fellow Dora Milaje members from the comics, Nakia. Except where in the comics Nakia's love for King T'Challa was very unrequited, in the films it is actually reciprocated, and the two were once and become once more again a couple. The Dora Milaje are basically like the king's bodyguards in the comics, and are all women because traditionally they were seen as wives in training for the king, and actually came from a bunch of different tribes in Wakanda. Usually the rival tribes, so that, you know, kind of have a little bit of bringing everybody together, which is great. T'Challa, however, is not about the whole wives in training part of the tradition, so when he brings back the Dora Milaje, he simply decides to ignore that part of the tradition. Okoye herself was trusted in the comics by T'Challa to help oversee his creation of the secret agent team known as the Agents of Wakanda, a team which Okoye would also become the director of. And friends, before we move on to this next spot, if you are loving this list and you want more lists like it where we talk about all sorts of different places around the world, be sure to show your love by giving this video a thumbs up. There's lots of cool places to talk about. Number 8. Batwing. Batwing is basically like the Batman of the African nation of Tanasha. Prior to becoming Batwing, David Zabimbe was a former child soldier who became a police officer. He is originally from the Congo. He ended up turning against those he worked for when he was younger because, well, they threw his brother off of a cliff. Rebelling and escaping his captors who had trained him since he was young in the ways of war, he grew up in an orphanage from there on. Eventually, he would go on to become a police officer and later join Batman Incorporated, hence his mantle of Batwing. Batwing has also been a member and ally of the Justice League International Superhero Team as well. He doesn't have any formal superpowers, but is an exceptionally skilled, trained, capable, and determined individual with knowledge in many different types of combat and across various fields. And like Batman—
Nah, fuck that, man. Why they doing our superheroes like that? Why they doing our superheroes like that, man? Like, he not the black version of Batman. They should have just gave him his own shit, really, because I'm not even saying he on Batman level, because he's just a nigga in the suit at this point. Why he got that superhero suit on? He should just put on a wife beater and some shorts, my nigga, and some black Air Force Ones. That would've been lit.
He is also known for his investigative skills. Number 7. Power Man. Power Man was a comic book superhero who was not only from Africa, but was actually created specifically for the people of Nigeria to help improve literacy rates. He was a superhero who had super strength and could fly, with his only known weakness being that of a snake bite. Power Man shouldn't be confused with Power Man, a name commonly used by Luke Cage. This Power Man is quite different. His comic now might seem somewhat dated, but back in the day, it was pretty revolutionary, as most comics that were imported into Nigeria had only white protagonists in them. Power Man, when reprinted for distribution in the UK, later saw the main character switch names from Power Man to Power Bolt to avoid confusion with Marvel Comics character Luke Cage. The series also featured a backup story which followed a sheriff named Django.
Luke Cage is
and
dope,
I kind of have to wonder if this other hero featured here also helped to inspire the modern day superhero from the Tarantino film Django Unchained, where Django instead is spelled with a silent D. Also, I feel like there's gonna be people that are like, Django's not a superhero, but to me, he's a superhero.
He better not be on this
Number
damn
6,
list.
Vixen. Vixen comes to us from DC Comics. She is a supermodel turned businesswoman, and in current continuity, a supermodel slash fashion designer turned primetime show host and animal activist. Well, it's more than likely that Vixen has been an animal activist ever since she possessed the superpower to take various animal shapes. Armed with the Tantu totem, she can transform into different animals and harness their own unique abilities and power. Currently in Prime Earth continuity, Mari McCabe doesn't even need the Tantu totem to take on some animal characteristics, and seems to have found power within herself due to her connection to the spider-like goddess character of myth and folklore, Anansi. Vixen is American and spent many years in the United States from a young age, but she was originally born in and from Zambezi, which in the comics is located in Africa. Number 5, Gentle. Despite his name, Gentle—
That's crazy as hell though. Look, her part, look, that's what I'm saying. Look, her powers that they explain with her powers, see, I get that now. You know what I'm saying? Her powers are lit. Those are real superhero powers. When we wouldn't talk about like a superhero, even Luke Cage, what she was just talking about, you know, Luke Cage. He ain't got the craziest superpowers, but he lit. Dope story too. Dope story.
Gentle is actually a very physically strong character with a lot of power behind him. Gentle is a mutant from Wakanda who is part Wakandan and part Russian when it comes to his heritage. His mother was from Wakanda and his father was Russian. This seemed to cause a lot of grief for the mutant, whose birth name is Nesno Abidemi, as he was often treated as an outcast because of both his heritage and the fact that he was also a mutant. Although more recently in the comics it's been suggested these feelings of being excluded were kind of more of a front, as he is basically a secret agent of Wakanda who remains loyal to his king T'Challa. Gentle's mutant abilities allow him to expand his muscles. His limits are not quite known, but the process is exceedingly painful and causes great strain on his body. This is why he has vibranium tattoos all over him, which apparently are able to penetrate his muscles and help him to control and somewhat contain his powers as needed. Number 4, Isis. Isis was the love of
Imagine
Black
having
Adam,
that though.
originally—
Like, that's such a fucked up power to have, bro. You just gonna be in pain. The magical inflating, well, I'm not even gonna say that. This keeps inflating like a penis with Viagra. Viagra man, that's what they should call him. Like, that's crazy.
As Adriana Tomaz, she
Yeah,
was given the
Viagra
power
man
of Isis after
out here
Black Adam
expanding.
retrieved a magical amulet and had Shazam imbue it with some power. This was back in the New Earth continuity, by the way, but still, back then Adriana became Isis and became a powerful force, who fought alongside her brother, who also
Dude, she
became
seemed like a real
Osiris,
superhero.
and alongside Black Adam, her lover and later her husband. Unfortunately, Isis's power to control the elements as well as her increased durability, strength, and healing factor would not be enough to save her, and in the end she would end up dying, turning Black Adam once more to the side of darkness after being the one to help reform him in the first place. I know, it's pretty messed up. But I guess despite being merciful in life, when confronting her own and her brother's own deaths, she had a change of heart in the end. Still, up until that point, Isis was a relatively heroic and powerful figure. After she's brought back though to life after dying, she pretty much goes straight villain. Hopefully we'll get to see more of the heroic side of her when she appears in the DCEU. Number 3, Black Adam. Black Adam really only ranks a touch lower here because of his history of being a villain in the comics. However, despite that, I would say in the modern day we consider Black Adam to be more of an anti-hero figure, and I imagine he might even lean a little bit more hero after Dwayne Johnson portrays him on the big screen. Teth Adam is actually an Egyptian who was enslaved. He was granted the powers of Shazam when his nephew Aman, who was bestowed with them, shared said powers with him, but ended up locked away in the Rock of Eternity and stripped of all power after he misused those powers, killing his own nephew in the process as he believed it was necessary. He was like, I need all this power for myself because the way that we both want to free Kandak is not It's not right. Your way is not probably gonna work, so I'm just gonna kill you and then I'll have all the power and then I'll do it my way. Turns out that wasn't a good idea. Black Adam currently in the comics is on a path of redemption though. While his methods may continue to sometimes be questionable, his heart at least is in the right place. Instead of relying on the power of Shazam in modern day, Black Adam was instead imbued with powers by 6 of the Egyptian gods. Number 2, Black Panther.
Alright, look man, how y'all feel about Dwayne Johnson playing Black Adam, man? I love The Rock and everything, man, but I just, you know, give somebody else a chance, man. You got them taking all the damn cool roles, you feel me? But I think he's gonna do an awesome job. Of course, man. I think it's gonna be super lit. I just hope they don't make it too PG where it's just like, you know, cringy for adults to watch. I don't want them to Disney this motherfucker up. That's it. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, I think it's dope.
Panther is not just a powerful superhero gifted with the strength and powers granted to him by the heart-shaped herb, but he is also known for being the ruler of the fictional African nation of Wakanda. In the comics, this nation showcases a beautiful coming together of both the new and the old. It blends the wisdom of tradition, respecting the tribal heritage of the land, with new age technology, with Wakanda getting to enjoy many advancements and comforts due to their supply of vibranium, one of the most versatile and durable substances in the world. Of course, vibranium didn't come from the Earth itself, but actually is believed to be alien in origin. Combine the power and skills of T'Challa, aka Black Panther, with his connection to both Wakanda and at one point the underworld, and you have a stupendously powerful hero on your hands. Number 1, Storm. I mean, we can't have a list like this without mentioning Storm, now can we? Storm is an immensely powerful mutant who is also currently the regent of Mars, joining up with the ruling council of Arakko. So not only is she powerful currently when it comes to her superpowers, abilities, prowess as a fighter, and her strength of character, but she also now is powerful in the sphere of influence as well. Politically, she is once again a ruler and a leader, and this time she's also a ruler and a leader of like a whole planet, which means she has a whole world at her back that in theory would likely join her in any cause that she deemed fit, as long as they respected Storm, and I feel like more and more Arakko is respecting Storm and understanding why we all love her. While Storm herself was born in New York and is African American, her mother was a Kenyan princess, and Storm herself is descended from a long line of powerful African priestesses. So although she wasn't born necessarily anywhere in Africa, I think we can still consider her to be part of that group. She also currently holds a god status and was elevated in more recent years to a real-life goddess, who becomes more and more powerful as more people believe in her.
You know, look, I get to the point too where I have to ask the question though, like, you know, I didn't know they were gonna get that technical. I just thought that we were gonna be talking about black superheroes in general. So I was thinking that Static Shock was gonna be on this motherfucker too. You feel me? He was lit. Just like an iconic figure when I was coming up. That was like the first black cartoon I seen that, you know, he was somebody that looked like me that had a superpower that was pretty cool, and he, you know, just lit, man. It's cool for little boys to watch, little black boys to watch. But yeah, man, I feel like Storm, I get it now. If she's gonna make it to that point where people, if they worship her like a god, then she gets stronger. That's insane to even think about. That'd be crazy. But you know, I feel like Black Adam should be the strongest one though out of that whole list. But yeah, let me know, man, if y'all want me to do more videos like this, man. Are y'all interested in like comic, you know, anime? I love anime. If y'all want to do some anime reactions, you know, I can definitely start doing that. You know, for I don't care if 5 people want to see it. Well, I do. At least 1,000 people. If y'all want to see those type of videos, man, if y'all watch it, you know what I'm saying, I'll do the videos for it, you know, for anime breakdowns and stuff like that. I love that type of stuff, man. But I'll see you in the next video, man. Like I always say, spread love, because there's too much hate in this world. Love you guys. See you in the next video. And I'm out, though. Live.